Hello everyone, and now welcome to a 2v2 matchup. Yumiko and Invain going up against Lin and Tho. Invain spawning as the teal orc under the name Pom Pom Pom. Yumiko spawning as, well, the teal human as, well, Hugh Yumiko. We are looking at Lin and Tho. We have Lin spawning under the name Linpedia, and finally Tho spawning under the name Egg. Alright, a human orc versus human orc mirror match here on Knollwood. 2v2 should be great, as it is going to be relatively close spawns here on Knollwood. We can see that Lin and Yumiko will be engaging against each other quite easily. Yes, Egg, yeah. For all you guys out there who did not know, Tho, TH000, his name stands for 3 eggs. So maybe he shouldn't have named himself Eggs, plural, instead of just Egg, but, well, at least easy to know what his name, well, whose is who, as we're looking at Militia now running out to do a little bit of scouting. Seems like a little bit too far in on the action here. Yeah, I think that was one scroll wheel, so, yeah. A little bit of early technical issues this morning. My apologies. And also, well, just a lot of things to do. Hopefully, never heard that before. Never heard that Tho stands for 3 eggs? Then you must not have been listening to me for, well, it feels like, what, early 2013s? I've always been saying that. Or early in my cast explaining that Tho is Samdan or Sandan, depending on how you want to pronounce it. We can see Tho setting up a little bit of a scout farm out here, main walkway in between this north and south side. There's a lot of good creep camps off over here as well, and I'm wondering if we're going to be looking at early creeping, as we can see the footman trying to engage against this rock golem here. Archmage may run around, pick up a forest troll shadow priest, and that is going to be a very nice, strong pickup here to try and, well, take down this rock golem, as we now see Militia making their way over. The Gnoll Assassins always spell a little bit of a problem, and those Gnoll Assassins try to spread that poison damage across multiple units. They never really focus fire onto a single target, making it difficult for the water elementals and those spirit wolves to tank. Coming back around, Yumiko has that Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Farseer are going to pick up the Claws of Attack +5, as the Farseer of Lin now putting in pressure off over here. Arcane Tower will be constructed soon, so the Farseer is not going to be able to get in that much of an harassment. Meanwhile, well, Tho is away from all of the action, doing a little bit of creeping, going after this, this shop creep camp, gonna get to level 2 quickly, pick up a Ring of Protection +4. This water elemental, yes, gonna get dissolved. And then now, where is this Archmage traveling to next? Perhaps he's gonna try and get in a little bit more engagement on the fight. The center fountain is a fountain of health. This time around, we're going to see them aggroing that Gnoll Brute, getting in a little bit of damage, trying to go after that Gnoll Warden first. Gnoll Warden needs to get a purge off, and now the water elementals are going to be poking at that Drake. Archmage going to turn around, engage against that Drake right there, as the ground units are all engaging here. All right, the Archmage does benefit from the Fountain of Health, does also benefit from that Ring of Protection +4, but getting access to that early heal is a very big deal. Meanwhile, though, we are looking at a 2v1 fight inside the base of Lin with these Orc Burrows that do not have fortified defense yet. They're going to be taking quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, Lin is also teching the tier 2 behind this, so this is incredibly, well, vulnerable, as he spent a lot of gold on a tech instead of trying to get that defense. The Farseer will need help from the Archmage quickly, as Lin already loses 1 Orc Burrow, and a second Orc Burrow could fall soon. We're already at 21 over 21 supply. New Orc Burrow is being placed down. There's a Staff of Teleportation inbound. Archmage has True Shot Aura and is ready to defend, as now Footmen are coming in from behind. All right, level 3 Archmage coming in with that presence. We're going to see a lot of damage. Low hit point Water Elemental trying to finish things off here, as both sides are still fighting again and again. Farseer is at level, Farseer is at level 2 of Pom Pom, but level 3 Archmage from Tho should have a very big presence, as we're seeing level 2 Archmage also by Yumiko for that Brilliance Aura. Headhunter is getting picked off here. and well, a decent hold with the help of Tho coming in with Footman. And we're looking at some items being dropped around, perhaps trying to be given to the Farseer here. True Shot Aura now on that Farseer instead, as we're looking at a little bit of damage being, well, thrown down as well. Yumiko's Water Elemental about to, well, dissolve into a giant puddle. Timed life. He gets, well, I guess returns back to the river, so to speak, as we're looking at Invain trying to just hold things off. A little bit of a poke battle here on both sides, trying to get in attacks, and while transferring those attacks here, another one of the water elementals going to get taken down. No deny, as both sides are still fighting through. All right, 5 minutes, 30 seconds into this game. Tech to Tier 2 has already started here. Tech to Tier 2 are already started, now going into Tier 3 by Invain here. And Invain already taking to Tier 3. Meanwhile, Lin will be holding off at Tier 2 for a little while longer, needing to rebuild a couple of those Orc burrows. Meanwhile, Water Elemental getting denied once more. Both sides are still fighting again. It looks as though, yeah, that's going to get taken out by the creeps, as there's just a small engagement here at this expo location. Both sides just trying to make the other perhaps make mistakes. Footman with Defend, charging on in here, knowing that they can reflect back a good amount of damage against those headhunters, as the Footmen are now trying to, well, retreat, as they don't want to go too far forward. Remember, though, the Archmages, Fireballs, and the Farseer attacks are strong enough to take down those units. Defend doesn't work against them, only against the piercing headhunters. Well, and water elementals. All right, a beautiful hold, a strong hold by Invain and Yumiko. It looks like an expansion attempt could be had here. Meanwhile, we do see that the Fountain of Health is playing a big role for the red team, knowing that they have this Fountain of Health and they can retreat back to it, heal back up, and put back pressure more. Also, Tho does have a Blood Mage who will be able to funnel in Archmage or mana into that Archmage for more water elementals. The only downside perhaps is that, well, more water elementals could turn into more experience here for Pom Pom and Yumiko. All right, no reinforced defense is trying to get added in and not quite ready yet. Oh, there's a quick crab on that headhunter. Units are trying to retreat back. Orc burrows now launching attacks back as well. Are we going to get in some repairs? We are, as those wolves quickly getting taken out here. All right, Invain desperately trying to rush on in here. Not going to work out well. There's a siphon mana, removing mana from that Shadow Hunter and back into that Blood Mage. All right, reinforced defenses will be done in time for the next fight, and no more easy harassments there. Meanwhile, Yumiko and Invain going after a red creep camp now. Mountain King as the second hero by Yumiko should be able to land in some decent storm bolts on that Blood Mage if the Blood Mage does try to siphon mana. All right, getting ready into the action here. Yumiko's, Yumiko's Arcane Sanctum getting pressured quite a bit. Are we going to see that Priest try to pop on out, and then where is it going to perhaps run off to? The Priest is already out there and quickly takes a round of attacks before retreating all the way to the back. One Arcane Sanctum going to get taken down. Meanwhile, Archmage coming in from the side here. Water Elemental going to, well, try to hold off on this engagement here. Large battle as the Farseer coming in as well. Footman trying to retreat back. Stormbolt finding the Archmage. Archmage needs to be well protected, as the Archmage could now, well, feels a bit sheepish. A quick dispel there. Scroll of Speed trying to retreat back, getting out of that tight spot, as the Militia now engaging as well. All right, we looking at the Berserkers. So the Berserkers already coming in across here, but you got to be careful, as, well, we saw a quick change to Blizzard. Blizzard is going to really destroy all of these Berserkers if they are in that frenzy mode. They are taking double damage even though they are attacking faster. Scroll of Healing used there. Kotobe's nothing in its belly. Blood Mage going to be able to siphon some more mana. Archmage with that retrained, a quick Hex onto that Archmage there. Both sides still fighting their way through, as we now see another round of Blizzard. All right, there goes another Berserker there, and trying to draw the lines quickly, as we are looking at the Blood Mage taking quite a bit of damage. There's a Hex onto the Mountain King. Mountain King does have a Potion of Restoration, has plenty of mana to go and hit points as well. Both sides are still fighting through. There's a Stormbolt again onto the Archmage. Archmage could be in trouble. Needs to get healed up a little bit more. There's a Chain Lightning trying to find him as the Archmage down to 51 hit points, siphoning mana away. There's a Hex. Beautiful timing, but that's going to cost the Blood Mage his life as the Mountain King, well, could end up falling down. Can the Archmage perhaps finish off this here? Mountain King has enough, enough in the chamber to perhaps get a shot off onto the Archmage as the Spellbreakers finish off the Mountain King instead. The Mountain King doing so much chasing, unable to catch up to the Archmage, ends up getting caught by a couple of Spellbreakers as the Mountain King falls at level 1. Alright, Lin, and now retreating back here. A couple of more Berserkers are falling. There's a quick stomp there. Another Berserker taken down. Farseer retreats back at level 3. And this Fountain of Health, acting as a place of refuge for the red team, will finally be scouted out in the 10-minute mark, and the units will need to retreat back away. Archmage already back up to 361 hit points here. It looks like the red orc team is trying to make sure that the Fountain of Health isn't taken away from them, but it looks like that will definitely be the case. Archmage already up to level 4 here. Blood Mage back out on the battlefield. Blood Mage looking to get to level 2, and if the Blood Mage gets to level 2, are we going to be looking at Flame Strike? Flame Strike, a nasty follow-up to that Blizzard. 1 and 2, a nasty 1 and 2 combination indeed, especially as those Berserkers try to go into that frenzy or that Berserk mode. Oh yeah, Berserkers go Berserk, and don't get frenzied, as the Archmage now dropping in a couple of water elementals here. We are only looking at Fortress with a Bestiary, no Voodoo Lounge, which means that there isn't going to be Bloodlust. Makes a lot of sense. Spellbreakers will steal that Bloodlust quite quickly and easily. Meanwhile, Manual of Health dropped there. Archmage getting an extra 50 hit points. Always beneficial for that Archmage to try and find a way to stay alive. Coming back through, Blood Mage or Tauren Chieftain with, I believe, a Stomp first. There's a level up there. Farseer going to try and engage. Are we going to see a quick poke there? Yes, once more. We are looking at an Expo being placed down by Tho. Meanwhile, Archmage of Tho continuing to just clear out more of these creep camps. There's only a one-on-one fight here, so who's going to come out on top? Tauren Chieftain tries, both of them try to stomp. There's a Chain Lightning, there's a stomp right there, as there's a healing wave. Both sides just exchanging blows, going back and forth, mirrored armies. There goes another stomp again. Tauren Chieftain wants to put his foot down, but, well, this Tauren Chieftain took a little bit too much stun damage already, as both sides are engaging once more. All right, there's the retreat back. This Tauren Chieftain looking to get off another kill, another stomp, doesn't have the mana, as we're looking at an engagement on the far side as well. Human versus human, orc versus orc. The orc side, definitely a mirror match with similar heroes and similar unit composition. Meanwhile, the other side here, definitely not the case. Footmen actually getting denied. The Footmen units are just trying to chase back here. There goes a little bit more attacking again. Well, both sides still trying to figure things out. Little bit of a fight at the base here. Lin able to take down the level 1 Tauren Chieftain, now adding in Endurance Aura. That's going to make chasing just a little bit better. Tauren Chieftain gets himself surrounded. Is he going to throw down a stomp? It looked like he wanted to stomp and didn't stomp at all. Not quite sure what that was about. There's a stomp there, and now he gets storm bolted by the Mountain King. Sudden appearance of the Staff of Teleportation Mountain King coming into the fight, able to snipe down one hero, perhaps looking to snipe down more. However, well, one good snipe deserves another. Mountain King falls at level 2, a Hex denying the use of that potion of invulnerability, as we are now looking at, well, Teal trying to push Red back into his own corner. Kodo Beast down to 8 hit points. He's going to be able to survive in the very far back here. Gets a little bit of a healing wave. Meanwhile, in comes Tho from the other side, trying to get a little bit of a pincer play going. And this could potentially be a problem, as, well, the back line is suddenly exposed and going to be taking large amounts of damage too. Both sides continuing to fight here. There's more Blizzard raining down, and that's what happens when you back your opponent into a corner. Well, that corner could potentially be a perfect place for him to fight back from, especially if you didn't know. Well, we had backup coming in for support. All right. So quickly checking out this expo location, seeing if, well, Town Hall was placed down. No Town Hall there. Meanwhile, Yumiko is going to simply run by this Expo here, see it, perhaps try and clear it down. There is a Blizzard trying to take down all of these Spellbreakers. Arcane Tower should be trying to put pressure here as the Spellbreakers are now retreating back. Alright, are we going to see a quick tactical retreat? Yes, we are. Chain Lightning unable to finish off, get any kills there as we see some repairs now, and additional towers by Tho. Alright, Flame Strike, that's a lot of damage across multiple Berserkers. 3 Berserkers quickly taken out. Flame Strike, Blizzard 1-2 combination. Archmage, however, while getting stun locked between, I believe, a Stormbolt and the Tauren Chieftain. No Stormbolt. Tauren Chieftain and... No, there's the Mountain King, yes. Stormbolt and that Tauren Chieftain's Stomp. A Hex could have been in there for good measure as well, as both sides are just taking heavy casualties. Alright. Coming back through, well, fight at the Fountain of Health. This is not a good fight to be in. Shadowhunter quickly gets surrounded. Lin now could be in even more trouble, losing the Shadowhunter and may end up losing the Farseer as well. Tauren Chieftain, well, tried to protect here, but well, losing both heroes. Suddenly, a quick switch. Invain and Yumiko in a great position. All right, Archmage going to come back across here, try and fight back, but AoE damage does not work against those spell breakers, and without the guard towers here, well, this is going to be a tough spot to fight for. Archmage is in the back position. You can see Blizzard raining down. Those, well, Blood Mage going to get caught in the back and now is in a bit of trouble. There's a little flame strike there, but not before the Blood Mage also gets taken out or right before the Blood Mage gets taken out as well. Both sides fighting their way through. Red trying to use this guard tower location, trying to fight back this attack here. Tauren Chieftain, the lone, fighting alongside the Farseer. Tauren Chieftain ends up getting taken down. Archmage gets up to level 5 for Tho. Level 3 Blizzard could really rack up damage if he can, well, actually land a couple of good Blizzards here. All right, trying to back himself into a corner, not have to worry about all of those getting surrounded, and trying to get a little bit of protection here as the Spellbreakers are trying to flank, perhaps acting as a bit of a front wall. Archmage up to 106 mana again. Are we going to see some more Blizzard? That is the question. That group of Berserkers looks like they want to be Blizzard, the way that they are just tightly grouped together as the Archmage now makes its way forward. Arcane Tower draining back a lot of mana. Here we are, Tauren Chieftain trying to push his way through. Archmage gets felled alongside the Tauren Chieftain. Level 5 Archmage going after the Tauren Chieftain, but both sides suffering heavy losses again. Both sides continuing to exchange blows. Blood Mage now back out onto the battlefield, has the ability to siphon mana, but with so much, well, channeling, canceling between the Stormbolts and the Hexing, well, things could go sideways. Invain now going to double back around, perhaps go after Tho's Expo here. Economic advantage does account for a lot here, as the Archmage also resurrected at the tavern, now back out on the battlefield with very minimum mana. All right, Mountain King, invisible, could, well, surprise everyone here once more. Mountain King, however, doesn't want to get surrounded. He knows that that is a tough spot to be in. Kodo Beast, nothing in its belly. There goes a Berserker. And, well, now we're looking at both sides still fighting their way through. Mountain King, is he going to try to snipe anything? Yes, snipes after that. After the Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter didn't even know what hit him. Just absolutely got pummeled right there. Mountain King with the snipe. Meanwhile, Archmage with the Blizzard going after this middle section here, dealing so much damage. Mountain King now out of mana. Blood Mage may be able to get off a level 2 Flame Strike across the center here. Are we going to see there's a Blizzard, there's a Flame Strike, and there's going to be a lot of melted units if they do not back out in time. Spellbreaker still continuing to push. Blizzard just raining down on both sides, trying to stop the walls of Berserkers from being able to fight here, and this is going to be a tough spot. Oh, Invain's weak Berserkers getting Chain Lightning, and after the Blizzard prevented them from being able to escape easily. More Shadowhunter mana getting drained again. And even though Tho and Yumiko, or Tho and Lin seemed very strong, or sorry, Invain and Yumiko seemed very strong. Tho and Lin able to push back here. There are expos being placed down here, though. You can see 2 guard towers are being placed down by Tho, while Yumiko is trying to build up an expo there. So that's just going to be a little bit of a cute play here as we see regrouping once more. All right, Blood Mage trying to fight its way back. We're going to see one Spellbreaker not quite ready for all that action there. There's a little bit of Blizzard. Blood Mage siphoning mana away from that Tauren Chieftain, trying to ensure there isn't constant stun locks again as the Tauren Chieftain, as the Shadow Hunter looking for an opportunity to perhaps use Hex. All right, continuing the fight here. The guard towers are actually going to be completed. A little bit of a funny play as we're looking at the Tauren Chieftain and the Farseer just backing up here. All right, so Tho has backed up into his own corner, trying to find a way to stay alive here. And now the units are going to be backing up again. Blood Mage trying to get into position here. Here we are. And now there's a Flame Strike. It looks as though, yeah, those Berserkers are going to be able to retreat back. Are we going to see a Stomp here? Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain of Lin. Lin is going to have a little bit of trouble. Does place down a Stomp in time. So much AoE damage. Scrolls of Healing being used as well. So powerful in 2v2 fights as, well, your armies are just, well, generally wide. Farseer about to get taken down. He gets taken down, unable to use this Potion of Invulnerability as he was hexed as well. Units still trying to retreat back. There's a Stomp, and now Lin needs to back away as Lin's Tauren Chieftain could get felled if he's not careful. There's a Chain Lightning to follow it up. All right, level 5 Farseer, level 2 Tauren Chieftain, both getting taken out here. But, well, Tho and Lin still trying to pursue here, trying to, well, get in a little bit of damage across all of these units. Funny thing is, economically, this little outpost there is preventing the additional gold. So Tho is still in a great spot alongside Lin, even though of all of the losses. All right, Teal now holding that center fountain of health. Peasants are walking back and forth. What is going to go down here? Guard towers continuing to poke. Peasants are trying to make their way through. And, well, the armies are simply just walking by each other here. This is not your typical spot, as Tho could be in some serious trouble. Tho, surrounded by Spellbreakers, going to try and Staff of Teleportation out of there. He's going to Staff of Teleportation, but only end up walking into a Hex and then unable to use the Scroll of Town Portal. Tauren Chieftain Stomp, Stormbolt from Yumiko's Mountain King, followed by a Hex. All of those very nasty. Meanwhile, the Blood Mage's Flame Strike doesn't end up going off. Perhaps he moved or was stunned, as we're looking at more damage just still, well, raging on here. All right, coming back through. Tauren Chieftain trying to, well, poke apart some of these units again. There goes another priest. Both sides fighting again. Tauren Chieftains, or well, Lin's own Kodo Beast getting finished off by Blizzard there. A couple of Spellbreakers are trying to put in some damage as the units are walking by. And this expo may end up getting completed here. That is going to be not a tiny Great Hall, just being built the old-fashioned way as the Farseer ready to, well, try and hold the line here. Home field advantage has been a big thing, but we'll see what's going to happen to this Farseer. Farseer is down to 400 hit points and quickly dropping down and needs to find a way. Does use a Scroll of Healing to try and stay alive. Archmage needs to find a way to stay alive, heading to the back line here under all of the protection of the Orc Burrows. Voodoo Lounge also, well, a way to buy some easy shop items. Archmage of Tho now pushing forward here. This expo is about halfway done. These guard towers just acting as a thorn in the side, unable to get additional gold from those locations. And still, after all this time, Tho and Lin have not been able to close out this game, even with their economic advantage. Constant fighting going back and forth. Yumiko and Invain perhaps going to be able to fight with the Fountain of Health at their back. Always a great spot to be. Yeah, a lot of hero kills on both sides, but I think the red team is ahead. This is going to be one of those situations where is the hero levels going to drive the game, or is it the economy and the army size which is going to drive the game? That is the question at hand. It feels like with Invain and Yumiko's higher hero levels, level 4 on the Mountain King, level 3, level 5 on the Shadow Hunter, level 5 on the Farseer, that should be enough to push everything across. Meanwhile, we're looking at a large army from Tho trying to shut down this expo before it even gets started. Blizzard now raining down across here. We're looking at some guard towers. Guard towers here. Blizzard now going to go ahead and hit down all of those peasants. Now multiple peasants getting destroyed, and Tho's expo finally gone and finally cracked. The egg finally cracked after all that time. Pom-Pom's expo going to end up getting taken out as well. As we're looking at Lin, perhaps he's going to be able to catch a couple of units in transit. Look at that, one Spellbreaker didn't really have a chance at all. All right, look at that priest of Yumiko pretty much getting caught in open field as well. All right, also, Tho does have mass teleport, so mass teleport being able to move around the field at will and being everywhere he wants to be, as we see a tiny Great Hall being placed down by Lin. So it is still going to be the red team up a base while still being defended. These peasants, however, or peons, need to go back to that Great Hall. There you are, going to go back to that Great Hall instead. All right. Where is Teal perhaps trying to go next? Just put it on. No, it should be on the tray. You can do it. Yeah, you can do a black one. All right, mass teleport inside of the base here. There's only no more mining happening at all. Or you can use the cookie sheet, or there should be like a baking sheet there too. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. All right. Paladin quickly getting shut down there. Archmage going to go ahead and mass teleport, try and defend this new expo. There is really no more gold being mined anywhere. Lin, only one mining in this location. Flame Strike, Blizzard, Stomps bouncing around, Healing Wave, perhaps some Chain Lightnings as well, as we're looking at just massive damage. Casters need to get out of that frontline spot. Another round of Blizzard or Flame Strike would have taken them out. There's an Ensnare. Tauren Chieftain, even with all of that additional armor, trying to stay alive, had a Potion of Invulnerability, unable to use it, so Red's hero once again fell. All right, Earthquake now being placed down as well by the level 6 Farseer here of Invain, but not actually hitting the building, so that building is not going to end up getting taken out. A little bit of a missed opportunity, but it is slowing down all of these units, and while they are under the effects of Earthquake, they are attacking slower, so perhaps a little bit of damage mitigation. Both sides fighting their way through. Hero, Archmage at level 6 falls again. Farseer continuing to push back. There's some more Chain Lightning bouncing around. Paladin now trying to push across. Archmage falls at level 5 again, so who is going to be able to outlast who in this battle of attrition? Well, no more Brilliance Aura anywhere, so items are going to make a big difference here. Tauren Chieftain now going to be in trouble. There's a Chain Lightning finding him, and now it looks as though Red is going to be able to pick off the last remaining heroes and come away with the game. Yes, Lin and Tho able to outlast their opponent. Invain actually with the higher score here, with the higher hero score, but in the end was unable to hold on to his heroes long enough to really come out ahead. So many hero kills, 9 hero kills by Invain and 7 hero kills by Yumiko, but the additional resources of Tho and Lin just allow them to constantly resurrect their heroes, bring them back into the game. All right, taking a look at the overview unit scores. Oh, well, okay, so Tho and Lin, first and third in unit scores. Hero scores, let's take a look. Yep, Invain, first and fourth for Invain, and Yumiko, second and third. Or, yeah. Experience gained. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.